Good day, students. I am Teacher Marcus, and I'm a TESDA certified trainer assessor and a licensed professional teacher. And today, we will discuss about the K-12 basic education curriculum with a focus on the description of the TLE framework. So first, what is EPP and TLE? EPP means Edukasyong Pangkabuhayan at Pantahanan. So it is the subject in TLE from grade 4 and 6, no? Grade 4, 5, and 6. So Filipino is the medium of instruction for grades 4, 5, while English is used as the medium of instructions for grade 6 students for their preparations in their TLE subjects during their junior high school and senior high school, while entrepreneurship is integrated across all 4 areas of the TLE. So what are these 4 areas? So we have 4 components of TLE because TLE encompasses the field of home economics, agri-fishery arts, ICT or information and communication technology. So again, recap: home economics, industrial arts, agri-fishery arts, and ICT or information and communication technology. So the 24 courses can be categorized under any of these fields. So again, we have 4 components, right? Home economics, industrial arts, agri-fishery arts, and ICT. So under these 4 components class are the 24 courses that are being offered under the TLE curriculum. So what are these 24 courses? Unsa man ni sila? So these are the 24 TLE courses class. No? Under industrial arts na component, we have automotive servicing, carpentry, consumer electronics servicing, electrical installation and maintenance, plumbing. We also have refrigeration and air conditioning. We also have the SMAL, shielded metal arc welding, and lastly, masonry. So under the home economics umbrella, we have the beauty care / nail care, caregiving, dressmaking, front office servicing, cookery, household services, and handicraft. While under the agri-fishery arts, we have crop production, animal production, horticulture, food and fish processing, and aquaculture. While under the ICT strand, we have CHS or computer hardware servicing, technical drafting, illustration, and contact center services. So in total class, no, there are about 24 courses, no, under these 4 components of PLE. Sir, limited na jud anang 24 courses, sir, ang gi-offer karon sa TLE? The answer is no. So because as the time goes by class, no, maada ni siya mga courses. Just for example, sa home economics, we have bread and pastry production, food and beverage services, no? So same po sa uban. So but ni focus lang taning 24 courses, no, under these 4 components. So let's see the conceptual framework of what is TLE education all about. So at the center, no, we can see the technological proficiency. Then dira no nag-encompass ang 4 ka circles. So these 4 circles represents the 4 components of the TLE class, no? Agri-fishery arts, ICT, home economics, and industrial arts. So no, they are inside this unsa man class circle nga black circle kas no grayish black circle. So what is this kanang represent class, kaning black circle class, kanang naman sa sulod diri ang technological proficiency o ang 4 components of TLE. So this represents the learnings, no, how we should deliver the TLE education class, no. It should be based on constructivism, contextualization, it should be integrative, experiential, authentic learning, and lastly, entrepreneurial learning. So, it should be delivered in this school of thought daw class, no? It should be constructivist, no? Mag-start sa scratch, no? Mag-create ideas. It should be contextualized, no? Because every student, every learner has a different needs. That is why TLE is, mode of delivery is modular class, self-paced. Why? Because our progress are not uniform. No, maybe some students will learn fast while others don't. So that is why it is contextualized. And remember, no, there are 4 components of TLE. While under these 4 components, there are 24 other courses. So that is why, no, you should ask your learner, asa man sila hiyang. You should consider your local, your environment, kung unsa ang imong ma-offer. That is why, no, it is contextualized. The TLE that being taught in your school will not be the same as the neighboring school or the school in other kaning localities and municipalities. Why? Because it is contextualized. No, it should be integrative class. No, it should be all about collaboration, di ba? Na kan kano ang TLE pagpanin mo, no, na integrate din hano, you're teaching TLE, no, you're teaching these 4 components class, no, under one subject. That is why you should learn as a teacher how to integrate. Then it should be experiential and authentic learning. How can you say that it is experiential, that it is not only confined to only chalk and blackboard, pen and paper, theories and concept? It should also be skill based, no. That's how we learn TLE, no, kanang best through skills demonstration, no. That is why it should be authentic learning, experiential. And lastly, no, we insert, no, as we have discussed before, that we insert entrepreneurship in all 4 components of TLE. That is why, no, then we assess them class through test no, and then feedbacking, and then ang iyang class, no, iyang exit class kay, no, there are 4 exits of TLE education class, no, just like in senior high school. Either first, higher education, would you like to have a further 4 degree course in college class, or middle level manpower, no, acquiring different skill sets, no, various skill sets na makatabang nimo, or entrepreneurship, mo stop kay school, mo go ka into business venture, or lastly, employment, no, just like, no, this is the most probable path, no, na it takes sa mga TechVoc students, no, mga students under the TechVoc track of the senior high school, no, while the academic track will proceed on higher education, most likely the TechVoc track will go on employment. That is why their class, their grading system is different, no, from the TechVoc track of the academic track. While the written works and performance tasks are most likely given equal value in the academic track, sa TechVoc track class sa senior high school, okay, the performance tasks or the skill-based tasks are given more weights than the written works. Why? Because of the framework of the TLE education, no, experiential, no, authentic learning. Mao na siya class. So TLE as a course has 2 streams, no. It is being offered under 2 curriculum class, the TR-based TLE and the entrepreneur-based TLE. So, and every school has a choice as to which stream to offer, with consideration for faculty, facilities, and resources. Both streams are based on the training regulations promulgated by TESDA, but the entrepreneur-based TLE embeds entrepreneurship concepts in teaching of the various subjects in home economics, industrial arts, agri-fishery arts, and ICT. So what do you mean by this class? So there are two curriculums, no, streams na pwede na to i-teach, no, i-follow if we are teaching this TLE class, no. We can be TR based. Kung sa man ang TR based gani training regulations. Sir, asa man ta mokuha ng training regulations? Training regulations are made by TESDA class, no. Kung sa DepEd na siya class, no, mo na itong gitawag og curriculum guide, no, nga ana magtanaw ang mga teachers, no, kung unsa dapat ang contents, performance criteria, di ba, na atong i-teach, no. So ara ta mag-base atong lesson plan. Kung sa CHED na siya class, that is what we call syllabus, syllabi, no. If TESDA class is training regulation. So remember kasana the trifocalization of the Philippine education, no. So we have TESDA, DepEd, and CHED. So if we say TR class, training regulation class, gikan na siya sa TESDA, no. So depends no asa siya na agency gikan ba. Training regulations. So under the training regulation class, kung imo nang i-search class, kung imo nang basa naangad to class, no, the basic, common, and core competencies, kung mo undergo ka ani na courses class, no, kanang kung sa dapat imong mga basic, core, and common competency na dapat na imong na-possess as a learner para mahimo kang competent. So, how about entrepreneur based? So, just like the TR, but nag-focus ka kasi nag-integrate ka nimo class of entrepreneurship skills. So, why? So that while TR based is more focused on the concepts, no, kung unsaon nimo unsa ang mga idea behind that, no, unsaon pagluto, unsaon himo og sanina, no, unsaon pag-welding, no, concepts ba and theories. Entrepreneur based class, no, mag-welding ka, asa ka magtukod og shop, magluto ka, unsaon nimo pag-costing nga maka-profit ka, magtahi ka sanina, unsa may fashion ron, unsa may nindot na mga, unsa may trend karon, no, what are the present trends, unsa may halinon nga sanina, asa ka makabrato na cloth, no, na siya class, no. That is entrepreneur based TLE, no. That is the difference between TR based and entrepreneur based TLE. TR based focuses more on concepts and theories, no, knowledge based, while entrepreneur based, no, focuses more on how to make a profit, no, how to make a living, no, out of that skill sets that you are being taught. So TLE is geared towards the development of technological proficiency. That is why in our conceptual framework class, di ba, the center there, no, centers upat ka component class, no, kay ang technological proficiency. It is anchored on knowledge, information, entrepreneurial concepts, process and delivery, work values, and life skills. So this means that the TLE that works is one which is built on adequate mastery of knowledge and information, skills and processes, and the acquisition of right work values and life skills. So meaning class TLE is based on SKA, skill set, no, skills, knowledge, and attitude. That is why in our assessment, no, sa TESDA class, no, as a TESDA certified trainer assessor, or kita, no, we will teach TLE, no, EPP as what we call it sa grade 4, 5, and 6 elementary years, no, mao na itong foundation, no. We will teach our learners, no, na the right skill set, no, kung mao ni siya nga courses class, no, imong gi-focus tuloy siya og right na skill set so that ini ka skill demonstration maka-perform siya, no. Then knowledge class, no, that concepts and theories dapat nganong inano mo siya, nganong kung magtahi kag sanina inani man jud imong position, nganong why do you need to what are the different parts of the sewing machine, no. So what are the basic steps in preparing before cooking, no. So what is the baking process? Dapat maka-answer siya na class depende kung unsa na courses ang iyang specialize, no. Dapat na siya basic knowledge, the fundamentals, no, sa courses na iyang gi-learn. And lastly class, dapat he or she has the right attitude towards work, no. Attitude class, no, teamwork. He or she knows how to be a team player, no, and no, while possessing the leadership skills, no. Okay, no man is an island class niya. Diba, entrepreneurship class, no, we should know how to deal with people. no? How to deal with customers and clients, with our suppliers, di ba? So, nga na siya, no? We will be graded according to our skills, knowledge, and attitude. So, mo na siya framework sa TLE class. So, your mastery of knowledge and information, no? Usa ka master dira sa concepts and theories, no? Usa ka proficient sa skills and processes, o imong if you have the right attitude, no, towards work, values, and ethics. So, the TLE that is functional is one which equips students with skills for lifelong learning. So, remember, class, no, we are teaching lifelong learning skill sets. TLE that is only concerned with mere definition of terms is meaningless and shallow, because that is not TLE is all about. No, we cannot teach TLE just by letting our student memorize the different concepts and knowledge and definitions. No, chalk and blackboard, pen and paper. No, imagine lang. No, because why, class? An effective TLE is one that is founded on the cognitive, behavioral, or psychomotor and effective dimensions of human development. Again, class, no? Kung saan siya? As nag-founded ang correct na pag-teach sa TLE, cognitive. Dapat na itong knowledge base, di ba? Behavioral or psychomotor atong skill set, and effective, no? Mga affective, mga atong heart, di ba? So, based on CAP din na siya, no? Cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, ha? So, dapat kompleto. Again, if we translate CAP, class, it will be skills, knowledge, and attitude. No? Attitude, affective, skills is psychomotor, and knowledge is cognitive. No? That is why KSA. Teaching TLE means facts, concepts, skills, and values is there entirely. No, it encompasses facts, concepts, skills, and values. No, you teach them as a whole, daw, class. No, there should be a synergy of facts, concepts, skills, and values. No, i-teach na nimo nga all in na anak sa tanan. No, kung mo teach ka og cookery class, dapat you teach facts about cookery class, concepts about cookery. You should teach them the right skill sets on how to cook, class, and the values towards cooking, class. No, kung nasa sa kusina, dapat kabaw sila unsa ilang right attitude when they are in the kitchen, when dealing with rude customers, when dealing with superiors, and dealing with their peers, no? O na siya. So, TLE by its nature is dominantly a skill subject. Hence, the teacher must engage student an experiential, contextualize, and authentic teaching learning process. Diba, class? That is why, class, no, 75% of this subject, class, no, must be done by, no, must be taught by teaching students unsa man, class. Contextualized, experiential, authentic learning class process. The rest, no, ang 25% anak mora ng theory-based. So, major ni siya, class, no, skill-based, no, magkuhan ka din na, class, perform ka din as teacher, mutanaw ang students. At the same time, class, no, mag-perform na po ang students. So, there is a skill-based learning process, class, no. Okay, buhat ni siya, class, no, skill-based, skill-centric. So, muliho ka, mo-show ka something, no, mubuhat ka. So, that is why, class, if you can remember, di ba, when sa atong EPP subject before, HELI as we used to call it, no, Home Economics and Livelihood Education, way back in our elementary years, no, pinansilyo, no, kahit kadira, no, the right, no, the different stitches, back stitch, running stitch, lattice, di ba, unsa pa dira, no, cooking, di ba, mag-cooking ka, pag high school na, di ba, so, di ba, more likely we can associate TLE, EPP by doing, no, skill set. It is integrative in approach. For instance, it integrates entrepreneurship with all the areas of TLE, di ba? We have said that mauman siya ang usa sa mga fundamentals of TLE, that we insert entrepreneurship in all of its four components, no? ICT, HE, IA, and AFA, di ba? It integrates concepts, skills, and values. Again, class, no? So, integrate class concepts, which is cognitive skills, skills, which is psychomotors, and values, which is affective, di ba? Based on CAP na sad, no? Again, cognitive, affective, psychomotor. It integrates concepts, skills, and values, no? It translates to KSA, knowledge, skills, and attitude. So, balik-balik lang na siya, class, no? Modular foundation, class, the framework of TLE, no? You will be graded according to your knowledge, skills, and attitude. Dito na, class, no? Why? Di ba? In all, basta tech voc, gani, class, no? Non-formal, formal nga kuan, class, no? Schooling. Basta tech voc siya, skill-based. Dili na siya numerical class, unlike sa academic na track, no? Sa formal education when you go to school, 75 lang gipangay sa gobyerno, sir. Pasara ko, sir, madapat floor walk, sir, di ba, ana ba? Or, ay, kung naka, sir, tagay lang kong 3, sir. Sir, 3.1, sir. Kaya pa ni, sir. Pili pa ni siya, sir. Minusan of 0.1 para ma-3, sir, para makapasar ko, sir. No, it doesn't work like that sa test the class, no? Paano siya, class, no? Knowledge, skills, attitude. You win, adila class, hindi ko mag-assessment, no? Okay. Assessment, tan-aan mo na, class, no? Na may skill demonstration, question and answer portion, class, no? Oral questioning. Observation sa assessor ko, kung sa imong attitude towards the assessment, but sa ongoing assessment ko. How did you perform? So, ang grading na dyan, class, no? Are you competent or not yet competent? Kung competent ka, class, tagaan kag NC2 certificate. Kung not yet competent, not yet, class, maybe, no? Mahimo kang competent, but dili pa karon. So, mo na siyang end goal sa TLE, di ba? Mukha kang NC2 para maka-exit ka. At sa itong mga 4 exits, higher education, middle level skills, entrepreneurship, and employment. Pero, we will teach, no? Asa man ang fundamentals of TLE, class, no? Balik ka, class, to. Balik ka, backward. Grade 4, 5, and 6, no? It is then known as, isang pangalan na, class, edukasyon, pantahanan, at pangkabuhayan. Muna siya, no? With interest, no? Muna siya. So, what is the legal basis of teaching EPP and TLE? Naghimo-himo ra batak ni class because ginahan lang ta mo teach ta ni kinindot ni siya. No, there is a legal basis why we teach EPP and TLE in schools and universities. The legal basis of teaching EPP and TLE is found, no, is grounded in the 1987 Constitution, no, to be specific, class Article 2, Section 17. It is declared policy of the state to, quote unquote, give priority to education. That is why natay DepEd daw, class, no, that's before, no, chair. Science and technology, natay DOST. Arts, culture, and sports, no, natay mga national commissions to handle as such. To foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total liberation and development. Again, class, technological proficiency, di ba? So, ang legal basis of teaching EPP is grounded on the 1987 Constitution, Article 2, Section 17. Napailain katong assignment ninyo, di ba? Article 10679, no? Entrepreneurship. And Republic Act 10647, an act strengthening the ladderized interface between technical, vocational education, and training higher education, which was signed into law on November 21, 2014. No? RA 10647 states that it is hereby declared the policy of the state to institutionalize the ladderized interface between tech-voc education and training, no? Morning TVET class, no? TVET are the term for those learners who are in some class, nagsbila sa TESDA. And higher education to open the pathways of opportunities for career and educational progression of students and workers. So that is why, class, no? Because not all of us, no? When we graduate in some class, the basic education, mamanatag senior high school class, no? Not all of us are planning to pursue higher education. No? Mo man natin mga academic subject, diba, class? Because kung imong pathway, concentrate on that if you are planning to pursue a bachelor's degree. But what if you're planning, no? For reasons you have on your own, no? You're planning to stop schooling, no? Employment na lang ka, no? or you want to do your own business after senior high school, which is pwede man, no? Entrepreneurship. That is why, class, aside from our academic subjects being taught in the schools, no, itudluan ta o EPP. We are teaching edukasyon, pantahanan at pangkabuhayan sa atong mga elementary students o magpadayon na sila sa ilang junior high school o TLE nga subject o ever na sila choice when they enter senior high school, no, dili na sila pwede, okay ra, dili sila mag-academic track, na sila choice, pwede, no, naman 4 tracks sa senior high school, academic, sports, arts and design, o tech voc track. So, they plan, ay, my heart belongs to TLE. I want to enter into work, no? I want to get employed after senior high school, no? I don't plan, no? I don't intend to go to college anymore. Okay? Ginahanap ko magtrabaho, mutabang sa own parents, or mag-business na lang ko, no? So that I will be my own boss. No, ni siya. That is why, no, we teach TLE sa basic education. Included siya sa subject offerings na gi-offer under sa Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. So, intended outcomes of teaching EPP and TLE. So, TLE teaching indicates, no, that teaching and learning of TLE ultimately leads to higher education, that is 1, middle level power, that is 2, entrepreneurship, that is 3, and employment, that is 4. Again, class, no, these are the intended outcomes or the 4 exits of senior high school or the basic education, no? Hiniguman mo basic education, class, diba na kay choices ani, higher eduk baka, middle level power, entrepreneurship, and employment, no? With the help of the TLE, diba? So, study of the areas of TLE, namely agricultural and fishery arts, industrial arts, home economics, and ICT is expected to lead to technological proficiency. Modern, no? Atong kuan class, no? Center sa pag-teach nato og kuan TLE. What is our main goal? To let our students or learners know what is technological proficiency so that they can be technologically proficient, no? So that they will be class, a 21st century learner, no? What is technological proficiency? It is the ability to apply technical knowledge and skills and values learned in the 4 areas of TLE. So, ni-graduate ng basic education class, no? Mga ka-class, grade 4 pa siya, gituluan na siya EPP, nga nahuman na siya grade 12, senior high school, di ba? Nag-tech voc pa siya, no? Kaba na siya class, no? By that time na naka-graduate na siya senior high school, no? Gikan sa pag-grade 4 nag-introduce nimo ang EPP nga subject sa iya, ha? So, unsa man class, no? Technologically proficient na daw siya. He or she has the ability to apply technical knowledge and skills and values learned in the 4 areas of TLE. He or she knows how to cook, no? Kung nag-special siya cookery, no? He or she knows how to sew, kung nag-special siya dressmaking, di ba? Kung namo sa bukid class, yung special kay husbandry, no? Ngimo ka mag-alaga ka, no? Animal production, aquaculture, plant production, di ba? Ma-apply na nimo, no? When the time come na ni-graduate na ka sa basic education. So, no? And you have the chance to pursue it, no? Mukuha kag NC2 certificate. Eskwela ka sa TESDA. So, mao na siya. So, the question is, are we producing technologically proficient learners? That is a $1 million question. Safe to say, class, no? Nasa atong university class, USPF, di ba? We say that we have the luxury to choose kung TR-based ba ta or entrepreneur-based ba tong i-follow na curriculum sa TLE. Diba? Okay, there are 2 streams na gi-offer. No? Sa USPF na case class, we are proud to say na 100% passing rate na sa ato mga senior high school students, no, sa pag-take nila og cookery NC2 and bread and pastry production NC2 since 2018 or since 2017. Diba? So 4 years in a row. So that means to say, no, how are they being evaluated? Kita-kita ra ba as teachers? No. they are being evaluated by test the certified trainer assessor, no? So they have, no? So meaning class kung mo isulti tag 100% passing rate, no? All of those who've taken the exam class, no, got their NC2 certificate. So meaning class, no, they are nationally and globally competent kung sa entry-level position. So the answer is yes, as a university sa USPF class, no, we are producing technologically proficient TechVox students. So what are the key standards? No? Sa grade 4 to 6 class, no, kung sa to i-teach as elementary teachers, the learner demonstrate understanding of the basic knowledge and skills in entrepreneurship and ICT, agriculture, home economics, and industrial arts towards the improvement of personal life, family, and community. Diba? So, basic lang, class, no? Basic knowledge. That is why sa grade 4, 5, 6 natin, diba? Every quarter, kay different ang atong unsamang class. Every quarter, kay different na content ng atong THE. So, mo jump ta from entrepreneurship. Usay ganang entrepreneurship, kay usa siya ka content, diba? Separate siya sa 4. Agriculture, home economics, ICT, depende, no? Kung naamo sa far-flung areas class lang, diba? TLE should be delivered as a contextualized subject, di ba? Meaning class, what is, no, identify the gap, the needs of your learners, and from there class, no, on the samang class, no, your resources, the ability of your faculty and the school, di ba? So from there, no, pili sa 4 components kung ano sa imong ma-teach. So sa 4, 5, and 6 class, no, muna siya. If you're living in a far-flung areas, then focus more on agriculture, agri-fisheries, no? If you are in an urban area, focus more on ICT and entrepreneurship and home economics. So, no? Because remember, class, no? Let's go back to different types of curriculum, di ba? We have the recommended curriculum, which is the training regulation, the PR, the curriculum guide, no? Those are recommended examples of recommended curriculum. But as teachers, to let's discern applicable ba ni, kaya ba ni na ma-teach sa nga situation. Then from there, convert it into a written and taught curriculum. What you, no? Kung unsang imong i-plan, no? Plan curriculum, no? Kung i-teach, no? Convert that recommended curriculum into a taught curriculum, no? Ikay mo discern, i-contextualize siya according to your learner's needs. So, sa 4, 5, and 6 class, no? Basic lang, ha? Basic, no? Understanding of knowledge and skills. How about grade 7 and 10? No? Grade 7 to 10, no? 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 years na junior high school. The learner demonstrate an understanding of the basic concept of selected TLE course in home economics, IAICT, and agri-fisheries. No? So, focus more on common competency. So, what are the common competencies sa ato na mga selected course? Di ba? Remember, there are 24 courses which is under those 4 umbrellas or components of TLE class, di ba? So later on, no, I will ask you to make a concept map about TLE, its 4 components, and 24 different courses so that you can visualize. Huh? So if grade 7 to 10 class, no, focus more on those common competencies such as usaman, the use of maintenance tools, observing, safety in the workplace, mensuration and calculation, interpreting technical drawings kung naamo sa ICT, and gain socialized knowledge and skills in at least one TLE that would enable his or her to obtain NC2. So, meaning class, let's go back to TR, training regulation, di ba? All the TLE is being taught, is being teach daw class, kakuan, based on TR, which is training regulation, nagikan sa TESDA. Kung imo nang basahon ang training regulation class, no, all those 24 courses class, no, they have different unsaman class training regulation nang ato naka-specify class, no, di ba nung ko ganiha na the training regulation is the equivalent of curriculum guide kung nata sa DepEd, kung nata sa TESDA, TR ang tawag. Sir, di ba DepEd maning grade 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, nga ng TR man ta because this is TLE. We are teaching technology and livelihood education which is under sa scope sa TESDA. So, ang ilang training regulations na pangbuhaton class i-modify na siya sa DepEd with this, no? So inig-ani sa DepEd class, curriculum guide na ang tawag ana. But those curriculum guide class, no, they are patterned together, no, based on the training regulation with the same courses and name sa TESDA. So kung nag-offer yung school of dressmaking NC2 niya, nanay curriculum guide din ha, tanawa gani ang mga content din na class, no, gi-base na siya class sa TESDA nga gihimo nga training regulation. Sir, nga naman, manong gi-base man sa TESDA nga DepEd man ta. Di ba, mukuan man ta, dapat na academic freedom. Yes, na academic freedom, pero dapat imo siyang tailor fit, no, ang curriculum guide na mo base siya sa TR regulation which is made by TESDA. Why? Because remember, once ang final validation sa TLE class unsa man mo take og NC2 ang atong mga learners, atong mga student, asa man sila mo take og NC2, who are the assessors na mo assess sa kanila na competent ba sila or not yet competent? Do they come from DepEd? No. Do they come from CHED? No. Asa sila gikan class? Kinsa nag-appoint nila? Asa man sila mo license para assessor sila sa TESDA? So, gitrain na sila class tanang trainer assessor sa TLE nato, no, sa mga TechVoc courses class, no, undergo na sila training o certification sa TESDA. So mo na sila, no, karon tas ang senior high school nato, no, ang basic education nagtudlo naman tag TLE. Senior high school is all about specialization. Nag-offer tag uban atong TechVoc track, we're offering na mga specialized na courses. Ang final ani na evaluation class, no, pateko ni sila o NC2 assessment. That is why class, no, our curriculum guide are based on the training regulations of TESDA. Comprende? So, again, ingon ko, no, common competency daw, common competency. Ang training regulation class is divided into 3 competencies. We have the basic, common, and core. If, no, all of, if parihara mo class, no, namo sa home economics na tourism sector class, most likely class, parihara mo og basic and common competencies, no, how to deal with customers, no, teamwork, blah blah blah. So mao na nyo, mensuration and calculation, mag-different lang mo class into core competency. Like for example, home economics strand, tourism sector, barista, no, yung core competencies are what are the 4 different types of coffees, what are the different equipments needed to roast a coffee or to make a ground coffee, no, how to make cappuccino, latte, no, different coffee drinks, no, coffee-based drinks. Well, kung cookery ka, no, same mo, home economics na strand, tourism sector, how about sa cookery, no, how to prepare sandwich, appetizer, salad, sandwich, canapé, main course, desserts, no? How about baking? Same gapon mo basic and common competency, but lahi mo ka ng core competency, how to prepare petit four, cakes, pastries, and bread. So, same po, no, sa home economics na tourism sector, but housekeeping, how to prepare beds, no, sa FBS, no, how to, what are the different table napkin setup, no, foldings, no, mga inana, no, wine servicing. So, core competency daw, kasi no, so 7 to 10, do not focus on core competency, focus more on common competencies. Why man class? Asa na din ka mo kung sa core competencies class mo focus? Ano na class when you are in grade 11 and 12? The learner demonstrates specialized technical skills that would enable him or her to obtain NC2. In our case class, no, sa USPF, atong grade 11 and 12, sa TechVoc track, sa home economics na strand, no, because we're offering 2 strands sa TechVoc nato, home economics and ICT. Sa ICT, they have 2 specialization, field of specialization, no, major subjects, which those are animation NC2 and computer hardware servicing NC2. Both of them, class, according sa TESDA TR regulation, training regulation, dapat daw class ang CHS, okay, it should be taught, no, it should be delivered, pila man iyang duration class, 320 hours. So, i-convert din na nimo class as learner, as a teacher, pila man 320 hours. Ang 1 semester class, ang 1 subject na good for 1 semester, kay na ay 80 ka hours. Meaning, kung itudlo na nimo into 1 year, 160 hours. Kung 2 years siya class, 320 hours. Therefore, itudlo din ang CHS o animation, no, 2 years class, no, for 2 years. So, So mo na siya class na slide duha ka major subject. Well, sa home economics strand, for example, class, tulo man ang major nato nga subject sa home economics strand. Cookery, bread and pastry production, and food and beverage servicing. Sir, nganong tulo lagi kaya sa HE nga duhara sa duhara sa ICT. It's because class, ang FBS of bread and pastry production according sa training regulation, they should be taught for about 160 hours, meaning duha ka sem, usa ka year. So, meaning ang usa ko nila bread and pastry production sa grade 11, ini ka grade 12 nila class, FBS na. While ang cookery, same sa CHS of animation class, no? Ang time duration, again, as a tanang base sa training regulation sa TESDA, which is the convert ang curriculum guide sa DepEd, no? It should be taught on 320 hours. So, 2 years, yeah. So, trending. So, ano siya. Again, asa makita ang time duration sa TR, training regulation. Kasi naging sa training regulation, TESDA. What if kung DepEd na ka, kung sa'y tawag ana, i-convert siya, no? Curriculum guide. Muna itong i-follow as teachers. But again, the curriculum guide of the TechVoc na, no, of the TLE na subject class, pattern na to sa TESDA na, especially senior high school, pattern na to sa TESDA na mga TR regulate, no? TR, no? Training regulations. So what are these NC1 and NC2? These are the different levels of national certificates awarded by TESDA to a student who passes the assessment given by the same agency. So, class, no? Grade 4, 5, 6, nagtudlo tag EPP, then sa junior high school na to, then here comes senior high school, nagpiling sila, they choose the subject na, ay lang, kanang subject na, kanang specialization, di ba? Kung unsa na, kanang courses sila mag-specialize. So, ang final na kwantas, no? Assessment will be the NC2 assessment. So, in fact, ang atong USPF class, no? Again, no? Real life experience. Ang atong USPF senior high school karon are scheduled to take their cookery NC2 exam this coming March or April. Depende sa availability sa assessor. So, mo na siya class. And if you want to go abroad class, no? Sa tourism sector class, take for example, mag-cook ka sa barko class, mag-chef ka, mag-land-based chef ka sa Saudi or sa Middle East, no? Asa na, United Arab Emirates or sa US ba, dili ka palarga class kung wala kay Philippine Certification of Cookery NC2. Kung mag-hotelier ka class, mag-FBS ka, kailangan na kay FBS NC2. How about mag-butcher ka class, dapat na kay butchery NC2. Those are national certificate level 2. Which, no, tanang courses class, no, na TechVoc class, no, naana siya sa test na dapat kung mo na class, maadto kang gawas, mo na una pangitaon kung naba kay Philippine Education counterpart, naana siya ka-importante class. So, that is why we need NC2. Imagine, yung graduate ng senior high school sa TechVoc na track, di ba, yung exit is employment. So, dapat class, entry-level position, dapat na kay NC2 certificate. So, NC1. A student who obtains an NC1 means that he or she is able to perform routine and predictable tasks, has little judgment, and works under supervision. While NC2 can perform a prescribed range function involving known routines and procedure. He or she has limited choice and complexity of function, has a little accountability. So nga naman ni class, NC2 class, no? Limited choice and complexity of functions and has little accountability. Why? Because class, let's remember, this is an entry-level position. Once they graduate senior high school class, no, the basic education, if they want to go employment class, no, if they want to be employed, no, if they want to get hired, they will not apply for managerial position. Instead, kung sa man apply class, they would apply as, no, entry-level position, humi, no, kung sa man mga buhaton class kung entry-level position, tigugas kang plato, no, dishwasher, balat ka ng patatas, parang si Princess Sarah, di ba? Dapat kaya baka mo follow order. That is why class, no, inculcate na to sa ato mga students, to our learners na what? No, the right skills, knowledge, and attitude. No? Let's put emphasis on attitude. Graduate mo, kung anong pahiwa mo ng patatas, ng focus ng plato. Because class, that is the process. You're applying for an entry-level position, and then from there, with your right skill sets, right knowledge, no, na you've learned from your basic education and right attitude, no, you will go up sa ranks, no, ma-promote ka. But again, class, we will start from the bottom of the totem pole, di ba? Entry-level position. That is why sa NC2 class, no, this what you need, no, you have only limited choice and complexity of function and has little accountability. So, again, class, no, balik ta, grade 4, 5, and 6, unsa man nato i-teach, no, grade 4 class, basic concepts in the 4 components of class TLE. Basic lang class, to there's just a basic. Then, grade 5, increased knowledge sa both sa 4 components, no? What are the 4 components again of TLE? Basig mo gawa sa exam later on. And agriculture and fisheries, no? AFI, agriculture and fisheries arts, industrial arts, ICT, and home economics, no? With, no, kanang incorporated entrepreneurship na subject. How about grade 6? Enhance. So, grade 4 is basic, grade 5 is increased, while grade 6 is enhanced and expanded knowledge in the 4 components of TLE, no? And put emphasis to improve family life and community. No muna, ginansilyo, cross-stitch, di ba? Family life and community, luto-luto og mga basic recipes, no? Unsa pa man, himo-himo og basket, handicraft, stitch-stitch, di ba? Di pa man ta magamit og sewing machine when natas elementary. So matong gamit kas, palita ka tong piso nga cloth, di ba niya? Tahi-tahi din running stitch, back stitch, di ba? Okay, to improve no, self and family life, no? Ya community na ni ka grade 5. Why? Mag-isi imong short, di ba? Kung grade 4 ka, kabana daw ka mo tahi, no? Using back stitch or running stitch, no? Etc. So, 7 and 8, grade 7 and 8 class, okay, exploratory course na in at least 8 subjects. Ngano man class, nganong 8 subjects mani? Okay, 4 subjects man pag grade 11, pag grade 7, and 4 subjects in grade 8. What do you mean by subjects, no? Don't mistook subjects by subject as it is, no? Courses din siya class, di ba? Again, the 4 components of TLE can be more subdivided into 24 different courses. Mo ni slide by me sa subject class, no? Okay, sa grade 7 ba nimo? Okay, quarter 1, cookery, quarter 2, welding, quarter 3, baking, quarter 4, electrical. So, ito na bahala na, and grade 8, no? So, you have the freedom to choose sa inyong school. Again, how would you choose? Based on your faculty, school facilities, and resources, and local. Kana lang siya. So, take into consideration. You have the liberty to choose. Why? Because TLE should be taught as a contextualized subject, no? Depending sa learner needs. How about grade 9 and 10? Non-specialization class, no? Specialization with personal entrepreneurial competencies, environment and market, no? Process, production, and delivery, no? So, more na sa grade 9 and 10 class, no? Specialization na class, again, pili ang schools, no? Out of these 8 subjects na yung gi-teach sa 7 and 8 class, no? Magpili siya 1 or 2 nga motor ang focusan niya kay, di ba, 7 and 8 are more focused on unsa man class, core competencies. Sa 9 ug 10 class, introduce na siya og core competencies, no? How about grade 11, no? Since sa grade 11 and 12, no, there are continuation of specialization started in grade 9 with preparing and implementing a business plan, a simple accounting and financial plan to determine the feasibility and viability of one's business. But again, class, no, let's take note, no, sa current nato class, grade 11 and grade 12 class, no, all senior high school students, no, are being taught on some class entrepreneurship, no, nga subject. It is a separate subject from TLE. Why? Because we know, no, as I've said before, no, napaulit-ulit na lang na there are 4 exits in the basic education. No, you will proceed to higher education, entrepreneurship, middle level manpower, and employment. So that is why entrepreneurship is being taught to all senior high school students for 1 semester, no, most likely in grade 12. That's the entrepreneurship na subject. Silang entrepreneurship na subject class, no, they will encounter this, no, how to make a business plan, simple accounting and financial plan, and how to make a feasibility studies, no, together with, no, Sa man, collaborative, no? Work immersion. So, again, no? Sa tech voc na track class, so, haong kayo siya. If you're in the tech voc track, na kay applied subject, which is your kanang TLE na subject na gi-specialize, and then entrepreneurship na subject, and work immersion. So, because senior high school is all about collaborative learning class, no? So, pwede na sila class, no? Usara ka performance task, it will be graded by two or more different subjects, no? So, ano na siya. Sa elementary class, again, 4, 5, and 6, basic o enhanced ra atong i-teach, no? O expanded, no? So, mga concepts ra class, no? They will know more sa ilang 7 to 10 silang junior high school, and mag-specialize na sila class in senior high school. So what are the guidelines and guiding principles in the teaching of EPP and TLE? How should we deliver the, no? How should we deliver the teaching of TLE daw class? So mao daw ni siya class. Cover the 4 TLE areas in 7 and 8. Dapat daw class in grade 7 and 8 for exploratory purposes. Dapat na teach daw nimo ang agriculture and fisheries, ICT, home economics, and industrial arts. But again, class, remember, class, 4 areas. What if wala kay agri-fisheries na resources? Again, di ba, focus on the core competency. Dili man core competency, class, common man. Tanaw ka sa TR, ang sa mga common competencies you expect aning 4 na areas. So, develop students' entrepreneurial mindset. Do contextualize teaching, di ba? Because, unsa man class, learning is a first-hand class process, di ba? It should be contextualized. Why? Because some may learn fast, some don't, di ba? Uban class mag-listen tan o comprehend. That is why class, no, we should contextualize our teaching. And again, remember there are 4 different components, 24 different courses. So dapat class, your teaching should be contextualized according sa imong subject matter o according sa needs sa imong learners. Contextualize meaning tailor fit, di ba? Dili siya pari-pariho imong gi-teach tanan. Why? Kay lahi-lahi man og needs ang imong mga students. Teach entrepreneurial concepts in the concept of TLE student specialization in 9 to 12, especially in grade 9 to 12 daw class, no? Dapat daw class, no, mag-inject na ka, mag-put na ka entrepreneurial concept. Like if, for example, you're teaching cookery. Dapat class, at the same time, no, you're teaching them how to do basic costing, no? Mag-costing sila class, para kabaw sila, kung mamaligya sila, lugi ba sila or dili, di ba? How to make profit, no? How to mark up their kanang kuan class product, no? So, pwede ba mamaligya sila, ilang punan kay 50? Kanya, ibaligya nila 100? The answer, kung sa man, question, yes or no? The answer is yes, depende kung na yung mapalit, di ba? Ano na siya, entrepreneurial skills. TLE is a skill-dominated subject. Therefore, teaching TLE must make use of experiential learning. Again, class, no? This is a skill-dominated subject. Hindi siya pwede kuan ng class, no? Oral recitation or pen and paper, chalk and blackboard. Dapat, class, no? Skill demonstration, return demonstration, no? Because kung sa man class, no? This is TLE, no? Experiential learning, authentic learning. We need to experience what we taught firsthand. We must to see it firsthand na nabuhat sa mga estudyante, no? Na indeed, there is an authentic learning. How can you say so? Because we experience it firsthand. Nakakita ka, class, no? Na there is a transfer of learning from you, class, na na-demonstrate, na return demonstrations sa imong learners, no? So, there is indeed an experiential, authentic learning. So, subject offering must be done systematically from grade 7 to 12 to enable the TLE students to obtain an NC2 in grade 12. The teaching TLE focuses on knowledge and information, no? Edukasyong pantahanan, pangkabuhayan, technology, livelihood, education. So, no? We call it EPP sa ilang elementary and TLE sa ilang high school years. So, what are the direct method of instruction? So, it is important that as a teacher, you demonstrate a process, no? Demo ka class, no? As teacher, He or she cautions students on steps of a skill where students are most often mistaken, or which are most often missed. No, so you should take no. Step one, uh, heat oil in the pan. Take note, students. No, before na ninyo ibutang ang oil sa pan, dapat init na ang pan. So, kung saan mo pag-init ng pan, most students kay makalimot og on sa stove. So, imo na siyang i-put emphasis where students mostly miss or kanang masayop, di ba? Since PLE is a skill subject, the direct instruction is most appropriate. The demonstration method is a direct method of instruction. It is referred to as show and tell method, meaning class nag-demo ka, no? You given them instructions step by step class, no? In numbered form or kanang bullet form, never in paragraph form or isulti nimo sa ilaha, di ba? First, heat oil in the pan. Kita sila nimo nga nagpainit ka og kanang oil sa pan, di ba? Sa imong gamito nga lutuanan. Then add garlic and onion. O pag sulti mo add ang garlic onion, nag-add ka garlic and onion, di ba? Saute for 2 minutes. O nagsaute ka for 2 minutes, makita nila, di ba? Mao na siya no, show and tell method. Then another method class, no? The teacher simply shows to the students how a thing is done and explain as he or she demonstrates. No? For an effective demonstration, it is necessary that the teacher mention the do's and don'ts of the process for emphasis and clarity. Take for example, when preparing sandwich class, you must take note that you should at all times wear a disposable gloves. Why? Because when you are preparing a ready-to-eat food, dapat there is no direct contact of your skin to the food. That is why it is a must. No? Mag-wear ka pa, no? Muna mga do's and don'ts. Ha? So, don't you ever, unsa man, use different kind of use same color of chopping board sa mga kanang iwaunon, di ba? Let's observe the proper use of color coding of chopping board, no? Inana sa cookery class, no? Kung nata sa kanang trabaho ta professionally, no? Gamit kag blue na chopping board for seafood, red na chopping board for meat, yellow for chicken, green for fruits and vegetable, and so on and so forth. Ano na siya mga rules. So dapat class, when you are teaching PLE subjects, you must mention the do's and don'ts of the process for emphasis and clarity. Yeah. It is expected that after the teacher demonstrate the process, the students are given the opportunity to demonstrate the process or skill themselves. So there is a return demonstration so that there is an authentic learning. Mako-confirm baka nga naka-learn ba sila? Is there a transfer of learning? So, di ba, skill-based man ta. Di mo na pwede na exam lang na pen and paper. Dapat na yung return demo, no? Skill set, no? Demonstration. However, students should not be expected to demonstrate the process or the skill immediately on their own after the teacher has shown it, no? This has to be done gradually. Why? Because ikaw mismo as teacher class, no, you've learned it after several tries. How would you expect your kanang students to learn them at first try? No? You should be patient. You as teacher should know firsthand. No? You should be realistic on your kanang expectation. That is why class, no, this is again contextualized learning process. No, you should know the limitation of your students. Labi na you are teaching, di ba, dili one-on-one, daghan na sila. So, lahi-lahi ang ilang progress o pag-take sa kuwan, ha? You should be patient. Ha? So, the steps are teacher demonstrate. Watch me and listen to me. Then, students demonstrate with the teacher. No? Let's do it together. Then, students can do the process by themselves or herself. Student demonstrate the skill or process. No? Do it as I watch. Magtanaw na lang ka. And then, not all of them will get it at first try. That is why na number 4. This is a repeat process of number 3. Teacher gives more opportunity for practice. Okay, class, I will give you 2 more hours or no, pila mo ka weeks magpana na antod ma-master na nila, no? Teacher assess to determine the skill mastery by the students. So these are the different steps or the teaching strategy, no, in teaching TLE. So that would be the end of our discussion for today. I hope you've learned something, no? So we've discussed the 4 components of TLE, the framework, no, according sa curriculum guide, Why We Teach TLE, the legal basis of teaching TLE, the 24 different courses under the 4 components of TLE, and the different appropriate teaching methods of delivering and teaching TLE. So, prepare for an exam sa next nato na mga meetings class, and thank you for listening. I hope you've learned something. So, again, I am Teacher Marcos, and thank you. No? God bless.